Hiya, in this video I'll be showing you this ice cream sundae kit. I got it absolutely ages ago, it's a few years ago from the range. It's £5 on offer, it is usually £10, or was, don't know even if now they still do it. But I thought I'd show you so you get the instructions. I've been meaning to make this for ages, I just never got around to it. You also get a little glass jar. You basically get one random one, I think there's about 4 different types you can get, and you get one random one. You don't know which one you're going to get until you actually open it up. So you get some soy wax, and then a scent, this one's strawberry, and then some wax dye as well, just one colour of that, and then a wick. So everything you need to make the base of it. And just by looking at this, you're not going to make anything that looks like any of the pictures. You're probably going to need a lot more supplies to actually make it look anything like that. So I'm going to chop off some of the dye block, and it does say to melt this separately and then add it to melted wax to colour it, but I tried that and it just wouldn't melt. I kept putting it in the microwave for a short burst and it just didn't seem to melt. So I actually ended up chopping it up and adding it with the wax and melting it all at the same time to see if that helped. I did chop it up smaller than this. I took it back out and chopped up a bit smaller, but it did seem to melt a bit better by doing it like that. But again, the dye melts a lot slower than the wax, so it ends up looking like this, and then I just stir it until it melts completely together. I did pop it back in the microwave to give it an extra little melt. Then I added a few drops of the scent, and this actually did smell really nice. So that was one thing it had going for it. Mix that in, and then I will pour it into this. So the wick, I didn't actually wait for it to set. You meant to like pop it in, and then it kind of goes hard and sticks there, but I have no patience for that. So I just kind of poured this in, and also do say use a peg or something to hold the wick in place. I don't have that. I didn't have a peg to hand or anything, but I used my scissors instead. They worked. It worked all just as well, so you just have to be a bit creative if you don't have a peg. I had to readjust this to make sure it did actually stay, but it did eventually hold it. So I waited until that had hardened, then I added another layer that was slightly darker on top, and then for the topping I just melted some plain white. I put the scent in this one as well, and I just kept like stirring it until it got thicker, because as it cooled down it started getting thick. And then when it turned into like a whipped cream consistency, I stopped and just scooped it on top. I did want to melt some more of the dye with just a little bit of the wax to make it like a really, really red colour. And I was going to sprinkle it on top like for a sauce, but because of how long the dye block takes to melt, I just couldn't be bothered with that. And don't do what I just done, I just touched the wax. The wax is very, very hot. I'd been stirring this for a while, so I knew it had cooled down quite a bit. But just in case, do not touch it. So I was just kind of trying to make this look nice on top, which failed. It just looks like mashed potato. It didn't work at all. I wasn't really a fan of this set either, because I think if you want a craft set, you want everything in it to make something half decent, whereas this is literally just the basics. They could have given you like a smaller bottle of the scent, because they actually give you a lot of that and you only need a few drops. They could have actually give you a couple of smaller bottles of different scents, because the instructions do say to use different scents for the top and underneath, but they only give you one. Same with the dye thing. They could have give you, there's loads of wax left over as well, so they could have give you like a couple of small bags of maybe different coloured wax for you to do a few different things, because if I'd have spent actually a tenner on this full price, I wouldn't have been very happy at all. So yeah, it doesn't look great. It looks kind of like mashed potato, all rubbish, but it does smell nice, and I suppose that's the most important thing. I don't think candle making's right for me. I just don't have the patience. But I hope you enjoyed this video. Let me know what you think. Thanks for watching. Bye.